Those are his. And how about this? Even those no's have value.
Come on.
Yeah.
Even those no's represented progress. What is a no? I don't see a no as something derogatory. I see it as a chance to learn. This man that's on our show right now, Heather, he's been supporting us for quite some time.
They was.
All right, he's an official citizen right here.
In the morning.
Okay. He's not only just an actor, he's a stand-up comedian. He doesn't just do that. He's also a spoken word artist. And not only does he do that, he's also a musician, citizens. Give him a big round of applause. He was nominated for an NAACP Award for Outstanding Supporting Actor in the Drama Series. I want to welcome him to the show. We had him on the show during COVID, too. I don't know if you remember this.
Yo.
Did you come on during COVID?
That was calls. It would have been a phone call.
That was a phone?
That would have been a phone call.
No, okay. No, he came to our party.
It was the party.
It was
came
the
to
party.
the party.
Yeah.
In Chicago.
You talking about
you
the one
and
at
your
Hooters?
nights, yeah.
The one at Hooters, man. Please
that
welcome.
wasn't an interview.
Shit, that was a crazy party, man. I'm sorry, man. We was talking. I thought we had a camera.
We was talking it up though.
We was spinning bars. The camera wasn't rolling.
No.
Okay, but I want to welcome him to the show. To anybody who's a Chicago PD fan, which is on NBC on Wednesdays, you're going to love this. We got the one and only LaRoyce Hawkins is with us today. LaRoyce, welcome to the show, brother.
Man, thanks for having me.
Man.
OG. Queen.
Come on,
Y'all
man.
don't understand how powerful this is, man. I'm just grateful to be here.
Word?
No, for real.
What's the connection, man? Is it just from hip-hop or just listening to the show, watching the work?
Yeah, obviously listening to the show and watching the work. I've seen so many iconic people pull up and just give bars. I've watched you have conversations that have touched the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've learned from both of y'all.
Wow.
In so many ways. And so as a little homie coming up, you know what I'm saying, I just pull up with that energy just saying thank you.
Man,
just,
LaRoyce, come on, man.
To be here is pretty surreal and carried away. I ain't gonna hold you.
Awesome.
The whole hood and Harvey, they gonna be proud.
Where's Harvey at?
Harvey is right outside of Chicago.
Okay, that's where you from. That's where you grew up.
From. Yeah.
Is that considered a suburb of Chicago?
Yeah, South suburbs.
South suburbs.
Yeah.
So you GD? What you grow up as?
Man, you know I'm gonna leave my affiliations to myself.
Always being an ops way. That op shit got to cut out for 24. We only 5 months in and you opted.
I'm
early.
just trying to see where we at, LaRoyce.
You here, Sway's
But you gonna be good though. Trust me.
Okay, I'm gonna be good when I go out there.
You good when you with me? Trust me.
But what was it like growing up in Harvey for you? Like, what made you think you can act growing up in Harvey?
Man, you know, Harvey, despite how dark it was, you know, we didn't have that many resources. I'm grateful for the way I was brought up. I had a unique upbringing. You know, I went to a private Christian academy.
Okay.
And so I was able to avoid the feeder schools that led to my high school. And so just having that foundation under me, I think made me a soft exception to the rule. You know what I mean? And my imagination was cultivated differently because my parents just kind of allowed me to cook. It was a very, very interesting story, and you believe it or not, it was one Easter Sunday. I had to be 10 years old. My pops got me a duck.
Like a mallard? A duck?
Yeah, a duck, a white duck.
The bird, a duck?
Yeah. He had a duck in the box and just told me the name, and it was my pet. I named him Duke because even then I had a thing for alliteration.
Come on.
Duke the duck was
Duke the duck.
It was my dog, basically.
Duke the duck was your dog.
Duke the duck was my dog, and everybody had pit bulls and Rottweilers in my neighborhood. But you know, I would walk Duke like a real dog, and he would quack back. Everybody was barking at him, and I raised him for at least 2 years. My grandma didn't want the house to smell like duck, so I had to keep him in the garage next to my granddaddy's Buick during the winter. In the summer, we had a farm-style type entrapment that we kept the duck in, but it got hard. Because, you know, in the hood, during the summertime, that's when the haters come out. And naturally, the squirrels, the rats, raccoons start hating on
the duck.
And so I would come out sometimes and I would see, like, white feathers all over the yard. But the duck had been fighting for his life. But he was strong. Every time he got murked or beat up a little bit, he always came back, quacked back. He would be at the door. Every time I came back from school, he would wake me up at the same time every morning.
How would he wake you up?
Just get me up. He would just get me up. So saddest day of my childhood, Sway, and this is in Harvey, right? I'm the only little boy in the hood that got a duck.
Oh my gosh!
But the squirrels and the raccoons hating on him. My pops found this pond in another neighborhood, and he was like, "Yo, whoever taking care of those ducks should take care of Duke, because Duke he was getting banged up." My little brother was trying to teach him how to fly, but he didn't understand he was a domestic duck.
You know
what I'm saying?
Your brother didn't know that.
He didn't understand that
at
his age, so he was just throwing him in the air, trying to see if he was gonna float.
And he'll just fall.
He kept on falling on the back of his neck. He was getting real neck problems. So we took him to this pond that I had other ducks had to be. And I left him there. And he kept on following me back to the car. He didn't want to leave. I was like, dude, it's not sweet for you at home. You know, if you come back, somebody going to get hurt. I don't want it to be you.
Yeah.
So I left him there. I would come back and check on him every now and then. My pops wasn't lying. I came back. He had a cast and some crutches. Like somebody was looking out for him.
For Duke?
For Duke?
Yeah, he was the only white duck amongst like all those other mallards.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, which are the darker color.
Uh-huh.
So it was easy to identify him. And he was smooth.
Yeah.
Except for that one time I came back and it was like the wintertime and naturally all the ducks had flown south.
Yeah.
Duke was there by himself.
Oh.
Yeah,
I should have let
fly.
little bro teach him how to fly. Yeah, that's on me.
All right, so I promise I don't have a dark side, but I thought he was going to be Easter dinner.
I thought so too. I thought.
I know.
Okay.
Hell no. I couldn't eat duck for a long time.
Okay.
Honestly, just started.
Really?
Yeah, and honor my duck now, I enjoy a little duck.
Okay.
But Duke was done.
No.
Yo, so
Duke did his best.
You had a pet duck.
I had a pet duck growing up.
That's gangster. Give that man a round of applause.
For the storytelling
that'll
alone.
make you tough, man. I couldn't wait to hear the ending.
Yeah.
Woo, I'm glad Duke didn't die. So Duke didn't die?
No, Duke didn't die. We damn near had to give him a ride to Orlando every summer.
I feel like it's. He couldn't fly. He couldn't fly south.
We had,
You had to take him south. You had to
take
drive him
down
south.
there. It was wild.
Right.
They had to drive him south.
Yo, I want to go back though to
LaRoyce Hawkins, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, he's here.
I want to go back to how we introed you in the conversation about these no's because I find it so fascinating, and actually, I had to use it as a tool of growth spiritually. The no's, because it can mess with you. They can mess with you. Sway and I had a conversation one day years ago about auditioning, and he said to me, "I don't know how you do it." Because the constant no's, the no's, it's a lot to deal with. And I had to find a space for those no's and not live on them too long till I finally get that yes or those yeses. And, and then understood the no's when the yeses came, if that makes sense to you.
Absolutely.
How did the process go for you? Because I know we didn't play a lot of that clip, but what was the process? Because I remember the first year I went out and auditioned, it was probably maybe 90 no's within from February to December, just for commercials alone.
They can rack up, can't they?
Quick.
No, for real.
They have no problem.
And they don't even tell you
up.
what you did wrong. It's just
Thanks, but nah.
Thanks, nah.
Nah, for real. For real. For me, one of the things, and watch this had to be, because I know we got more on the way. One of the first things I had to do was take the word audition out of my vocabulary altogether. It's not even an audition; it's an opportunity.
Okay.
Every time. And if you create the opportunity space for yourself, then you're not, the denial or the rejection doesn't feel the same because you use that moment as an opportunity to do a few things. You can be working on something, right? Like sometimes when I had an audition opportunity, I'd be like, you know what, for this audition, I'm just going to focus on, I'm going to focus on my own imagination. I understand what the character description says, but my imagination is telling me I should go a different direction. And so I'm going to use this as an opportunity to try something.
Yeah.
I can use it as an opportunity to work on a voice, to focus on something specific. That way, win, lose, or draw, you still improving and you're getting better.
You got that work in.
And you're getting positive shots up. Even though you might be told no, you put up a positive shot. So you just take the audition word out of your vocabulary altogether, and it's just an opportunity. And then from there, you start to trick yourself into believing that, what's yours is yours. I don't want to do nothing that ain't mine. What God has for me is for me, most naturally. And so if you get told no, that means it was obviously somebody else's, and it makes you grateful for whoever that person is for the opportunity that they now have.
I like that.
Beautiful.
LaRoyce Hawkins is here, a.k.a. Officer Kevin Atwater is here. The language. I've been really working on the power of words, you know, how my perspective on things, if something falls through, I don't say it was a failure.
Right.
I don't use those words, put that energy on any experience or any experience I see coming.
Yeah.
I believe we create fear in our own heads, right?
Right.
And so if we could create fear, we could create success.
Right.
Right? And so with that process you're doing, I really like, because there is no loss in that. Does that apply in personal relationships, personal scenarios as well, not just professional?
Absolutely. You know, on a social level, even with let's take, you know, when it comes to talking to young ladies, for example.
Okay, let's talk about that.
What I tell them nowadays is
brother,
that,
don't get sway started, though,
It's a
LaRoyce.
serious conversation.
it's a serious conversation,
Hey,
Heather
come
B.
on, man, because no's count with that too. You
No's
can't-
count with
Get
that
out of here,
too.
Sway. Beat it.
That too. They say that. They say that.
I just paint the picture, LaRoyce. Scene.
Okay, go.
No, but the you just simplify the approach, right? And you try to create something more grounded for yourself. And so
for yourself.
for yourself. And
Yes.
so sometimes when young ladies ask me if I'm dating or what I'm interested in, I just let them know I'm interested more so in just practicing good habits. How can I practice good habits with a woman? You know what I mean? And then that way, the approach, if you simplify it, like I said, win, lose, or draw, you're learning and you're growing. You know what I'm saying? And if as long as everybody involved has that
really
understanding.
slickety. That's really slickety. It's almost Oakland pimpish, but I know you're from Chicago, so I'm gonna let you slide. And I know Oakland and Chicago are cousins.
Yeah, practice good habits.
Really pimpish.
Don't do that, Heather B.
I'm just speaking the truth. I'm here. I'm interested in simplifying. Yeah.
Yeah, that's, you know, because sometimes it can get way too complicated. And sometimes it's hard to say. And you know, I can't. You know, I got a son.
Yeah.
He's 7 years old. He's doing a great job. His name is Roman John. You know, and I'm interested in my son watch me work hard. You know, not necessarily convolute things with you know, extra relationships outside of the family. Like, I'm trying to build a real village for him. You know what I'm saying? So whoever we bring in to those villages have to understand that good habits is where it starts.
Right.
Yeah.
And, you know, when we start with those love skills, just trust. You know, we focus on love languages a lot, Heather B. And I think it's hard to sustain love languages without just the fundamentals. Trust, communication, reciprocation. You know what I mean? Those things. And so that's what I focus on. Like I said, I think, and that simplifies the approach, and it's the same way with audition opportunities. You just focus on something small and then you build up. And as long as you're putting positive energy deposits into the space,
Yeah.
you in a good pocket. Yeah.
It'll pay off. Gina's on the line from Charlotte.
What
Say what's
up,
up to
G?
LaRoyce Hawkins, a.k.a. Officer Atwater from Chicago PD. What's up, G?
G.
Life.
Hey, good morning. Good morning.
Hey. What's
Hey, LaRoyce, I had to call in. Let me tell you, I thought I was the only one in the world. How about I had a pet duck, too, when I was growing up?
You see me? What was your duck name?
Her name was Cleopatra Quack.
Cleopatra Quack?
Cleopatra Quack. Yeah, I called her Cleo.
LaRoyce, you done started something. All these duck owners about to call up here.
Yeah.
Cleopatra Quack.
She was-
Cleopatra
That's a
Quack is
fire
crazy.
name, though.
I like it.
Yep, Cleopatra Quack. She was gangster, too, man. She was a Peking duck. I
Yeah.
lived in the project.
A
I got
Peking-
it for Easter.
I got mine for Easter, too.
Yep, I heard you. I'm like,
That's
oh
wild.
my God, I lived a
Easter-
parallel life growing up.
Ducks are perfect pets for Easter.
But
Yes,
Perfect gifts.
Yo, but they sell Peking ducks like right down the street. Like you could get that on
that is not nice. That
I'm
ain't
just
nice.
saying. She said she had a Peking duck.
Duck.
I'm seeing
in
them.
the projects.
I see a menu. You know what I
But,
mean?
you know,
Peking
see,
I
right,
see a
you would have
menu.
been one of them mean ones. You would have been one of them mean ones. Them boys, they had their pit bulls and German shepherds. I'd be trying to walk Cleo
Right.
when it rained and everything and try to let her go get her little worms on and everything, and they'd be out there chasing us down.
What'd
the
you feed
street.
your duck? I fed mine sunflower seeds.
She like peas, canned peas, and tuna fish. Ooh,
Okay.
she would smash it.
Yep. I did sunflower seeds most of the time, and then, you know, with the different flavors, I'll give them the hot ones sometimes.
Really?
Yo.
You can't give them the hot one.
So wait a minute, Gina.
Nah, for
So
real.
LaRoyce said his grandmama didn't want the duck in the house because she didn't want the house smelling like duck. Where'd you keep your duck?
Cleo stayed in my room with me, in my bedroom with me, and she got to be big, so I ended up having to give her away because her wingspan, got too long in the house and she couldn't stretch out. Like I said, we was in the project, so we was in an apartment.
Wow.
So she stayed in my room with me, and
But
I
she
had
was
to
safe,
end up
though.
giving her away. She was safe with me.
Oh, wow. She gave her
Yep, I
away.
had to take her to
Ha-
her
what about
farm
Duke?
and give her away.
What happened with Duke?
Man, yeah, Duke. I would check on him every now and then. Like I said, he just kept getting left every winter. he couldn't fly down there.
So is Duke still with us?
Duke, I doubt Duke is still with us. I doubt Duke is still with us.
Okay.
And in memory of Duke, I do enjoy a good duck meal.
Oh, dear. You can't switch up and eat your people?
Nah, it happened by accident once, and so ever since then, I just been leading in. That's on me.
Duck is greasy.
Oh, my
Duck
God.
is greasy. All
It
right,
is.
Gina, I'm glad you found somebody you could share that story with.
Gina, I
real.
appreciate you. I feel heard and seen this morning. Thank you so much.
Yeah, follow him at LaRoyce Hawkins, and then you guys can swap duck stories, okay?
For a
Stop.
fact.
I will.
Duck, goose. You're a citizen.
A sway in the morning, Gina.
All right, cool, man. James in
Quack.
Mississippi. What up, Jay?
What up, Jay?
What up?
Jay,
I
how you
just
feeling?
wanted to say good morning to you all, and this is my first time being on with you all.
We got a first-time caller. Hold up, man. Hold up. Yo.
Hey.
Welcome to the tribe. All right, what's your question, Jay?
I just wanted to give a shout out to my brother, LaRoyce Hawkins. Say shout out to Omega Psi Phi Fraternity
Ooh.
Incorporated.
Okay.
Ooh, rule to the good bros. I hear you, big dog.
He just threw up his set.
Yes, sir. Rule to the good bros. Rule to the world. Thank you, Doc.
Keep doing what you all doing, and the positive vibes
Yes.
are being felt.
That's what's up, man.
Thank you.
Thank
From
you,
the
Jay.
heart. Friendship is essential.
Hey, do the noise. Do the frat noise.
Oh yeah.
I hear you, big dog.
Wow.
Thank y'all.
You a citizen,
A
brother.
sway in the morning.
We just a hell
Thank
happened right there, man. Yo, are you famous in the frat? Do they know you as an actor around the country?
Yeah. And for the most part, yeah. But I try not that I'm low key with it. It's just that I walk differently, right? Like I see bros, and I always let them know I'm in the room. You know what I mean? But I'm not that big on Perry's, wasn't that big on brands. When I did my thing, I knew I wanted to be an actor. I knew I was going to portray different images, right? And so I didn't want to, I just didn't want to send messages that didn't support the story that I was sending. So if you know I'm the bros, you know I'm the bros, and we know how to have that conversation. But for the most part, like I said, it walks with me. So everything that I do in my community, everything that we do as far as hood development, which is the nonprofit arm of Be Powerful, you know what I'm saying, and how we move in my neighborhood. I prioritize Harvey and make sure that we bring hope and resources and opportunity to my old neighborhood, which 100% the frat supports, and bros that I went through the process with, my line brothers, and my specific chapter. We do a lot of work. We do a lot of work.
How would you, when you got the role, I mean, it's Chicago PD, it's NBC. You know what it takes to get that, right? You know the inside part. How do you celebrate that moment, that blessing, and the success of it without getting too carried away, without getting too caught up? You know what I mean?
big-headed.
Yeah, because it's huge. This is network television. This is
Network
not-
checks.
and it's a lot, knowing where you came from, knowing the process of it. You beat out a lot of people. Not that it's about that, but the process of it is really hard to book a network gig like this and a successful show. What do you tell yourself every day? Like, how do you sustain to stay in this space?
That's a great question. I appreciate you. I think what grounds me is just understanding the assignment more than anything. When I got this opportunity, it was between, and I'll tell this story that often, it was either Chicago PD or Ballers on HBO for me.
Wow.
A
Okay.
lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, that was
And
with
so,
Washington.
With John David Washington,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
actually he got the role.
Yeah.
That I let go because I wanted to work at home. I wanted to do Chicago PD, but I was offered Ballers first.
Okay.
And so, imagine being at this junction as a young man. I think I was about 25 at the time, where it's like, okay, do you do Ballers or do you do Chicago PD? And Ballers at the time with The Rock, and just HBO in general, it felt like a very flashy, shiny opportunity that I was grateful to. Anybody would have been grateful for
100%.
that. But Chicago PD, to work at home. And even though playing a cop didn't feel as glorious as a football player, there was something in my spirit that just told me straight up that, I had the potential to be a bridge. And so the assignment to be a bridge between my community and cop culture is what excited me about it. And I think that's what keeps my head on the ground, because that's what's most important more than anything. And so by the time, and I'm grateful that I've been able to be on the show for this long. We just wrapped up 11 seasons.
Come on.
11 seasons. Oh, you make the right choice. Baller's been gone.
Baller's been
Get out. Get out your own show, bro. Like, you got to go.
Fact.
But, you know what I'm saying? But 11 seasons later,
Yeah.
you know, because we kept our head down and we stuck to the assignment, did my best to uplift the image of the black man, especially in a role like this where it was getting tumultuous a few times. I remember after the pandemic and when the social unrest and we were watching cops, we were really watching cops, you know, fight against the culture in ways that we didn't understand. And so to just stand on this role and do it the way that I've been able to do it, and then to be recognized by the NAACP.
Right.
I'm proud and grateful, and not only do I feel like I made the right choice, but like I said, that's what keeps my head on the ground.
That's beautiful.
Man.
That's beautiful.
Appreciate that.
We're proud of you, LaRoyce.
Yeah.
Give it up for LaRoyce Hawkins, man. Your story is magnificent. Come back. You know, I feel like we got to continue these conversations.
Oh, no,
man.
for a fact.
Yeah, man.
For a fact.
This is just a prelude to more.
I hope so.
I see us hanging.
Yeah.
We gonna be in Chicago May 18th.
The 18th.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll be there.
I'm not gonna say where we're gonna be. I can't say where we're gonna be.
No, you can't. No, you have a lot of friends, bruh, and they just show up and say Sway said, and then it puts everybody in a bad spot.
Right.
Not my friends. They get to
People
go
that
in
you
and
meet.
party, LaRoyce. You know
Yeah.
me. You seen how I am at the party.
No, see, we was in there kicking it. We was having so much of a good time. We thought we had an interview with that
Yo,
guy.
yo, yo. He was like,
Sway was
We
like,
did this before, right? I was like, nah, we was grooving. Though.
in the pandemic.
It just felt so natural.
No, I got you, but
Yeah.
we can't tell.
We get right. Come on, but your disposition in life, your philosophies,
The
blessings, your discipline, how you
Appreciate you.
conduct yourself is admirable, and we need to hear more of that. The fact that even taking a role on that you thought could be a tool to be a bridge between the community and law enforcement, the way you think about the projects you assign yourself to, the way you want to be there for your son, you know, the way you took care of Duke. I can tell what kind of man, what kind of person you are, man. So I salute you, brother, and congratulations on all your
Nothing but
success.
love. I
You
appreciate
made the
that.
right choice, man.
Absolutely.
Come on, man.
Thank
Come on, give it up for
Thank
LaRoyce
you.
Hawkins, man. He's one of us.
Think
He's a
twice
citizen.
about choosing that flash, man. That's a gem in that too.
Yeah.
Because you know, it's hard. To Sway's point, I mean, it's going down, but when it's dangling in your face like that, and you know this the hot thing, you know, but you have to do the right thing, you know, and you chose that wisely. Blessings.
I think the way I'm feeling. Who we got up next, Heather B? We got
Winston.
Winston Duke is coming up.
Yeah.
We all were in the MCU. You know, him for Black Panther, us for Luke Cage. You know, we're part of the MCU, the Marvel, you know, the universe.
I'm
He's
familiar
coming.
with the universe.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. I'm tapped in a little bit.
A little bit, okay.
Yes, sir.
I was hoping, man, maybe we could end this with some spoken word.
Oh, man.
You making him work?
I announced
do
that
it.
he's a spoken word artist, so he needs to back that up for me.
Oh.
Okay.
No problem.
All right, cool. Acapella.
No problem. Acapella, too?
Acapella.
Copy that. Watch this.
All right.
Can I tell you a story?
Yeah, would you?
It's one of my favorites. You might be familiar, big dog.
Okay.
Peter picked a fight with Jesus.
Okay.
On a boat full of honeys and some wavy niggas. Luke told him he was tripping. He ain't want to listen. Peter didn't pay attention on a different rhythm. He said, "Good Lord, if it's really you, let me do it too." Jesus said, "Nigga, I'm the truth. In the wave and the light, we can walk on water, but don't take me out your sight." And Peter thought he heard him right. Didn't even grab his coat. He just jumped up off the boat. When he landed on his boots, Peter finally had his proof. Keep your eyes on the prize. All Peter had to do, but he was zooted. Him and Matthew had mushrooms in the bathroom. Told Peter he ain't want no part of it. Now he's on the water and the winds got him wobbling. All the fears in his mind arrived at the perfect time, and the thunder from the storm threw Peter off his form. He was afraid, beginning to sink, drowning in nightmares and fear of his dreams, and he cried for the Lord to save his soul from the sea, and Jesus caught him right before he hit the bottom, threw Peter on the ship, asked him why he ever doubted him. Have a little faith in your friend. I told you I had you, dog, but you never locked in. I'm the one you depend on in the deep end, but to your defense, that was pretty lit. Next time you on the wave, listen to the spirit and respect the water. Matthew 14.
There you go, my man. LaRoyce Hawkins.
Yeah. Better than half these rappers that came up here so far. I said it.
Okay.
Hey, she said it.
She said it. LaRoyce, love you, brother.